Hey y'all, welcome back to Keep Living Podcast Season 1, Episode 6. I am your host, Merlene. If you're new here, welcome. This episode, I have the honor and the pleasure of sitting down with my beautiful sister from the same mother. I believe our conversation tonight will bless us all and provide some insight on how a young, beautiful woman is able to juggle it all from being a wife, a mother, and an entrepreneur. Ruby also brings the good vibes. Lots of laughs. If you don't have a Ruby in your life, you better get you one. But listen up, you can't have my Ruby. Ruby, welcome to the show. Introduce yourself to the people.
Well, I think you already did it, but like she said, my name is Ruby. That is the only name that I go by. Um, and yeah, it's many layers to me. I couldn't even begin to try to summarize myself. No such thing. Too many layers. But what you see is what you get, though.
I love it. I want to also add that Ruby is the baby of the brunch. My mother's last child, who I am so over protective about. Now she has a whole husband who doesn't play about her. So, yeah, clock it. So Ruby, I guess we're just gonna go ahead and get started and just dive right in, right?
Yeah, let's just dive right in.
I'm excited. So, Ruby, tell us more about the businesses that you have. To me, I would call you a serial entrepreneur, or what they call it, a mompreneur. I know you wear many hats. So, I guess leaning towards the real estate career, you're a licensed realtor. Why did you get into real estate? We can just go ahead and start about that.
So, I wouldn't call myself a serial entrepreneur. That just sound like, I don't know, to me it just sound like just getting to the money, and that's not what I'm all about.
Okay.
So, um I'm all about family. So although I do wear many hats and I try to create multiple streams of income, it's still all about the family. I'm not just out here getting to the bag by any means necessary.
Amen.
So, but real estate, I've been a licensed realtor for 8 years now. And it really started so that I can broker my own deal and do my own investments and things like that. And of course, for educational purposes, I love to share information on my own peoples and things like that. But I own investment properties. I pretty much probably hit all of the now, I'm not gonna say all of the categories of real estate investing, but most of them. I did the fast flip. I did the um a new build construction. I brought and held, so I'm a landlord. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much it for real estate. I still feel like I'm still doing it on a much smaller scale than like what your real estate guru would probably be the level that your real estate guru would be on.
Okay. So, would you say real estate um, basically is your foundation and tapping into different areas of business or kind of oversees and feeds the other businesses you have? Would you say that or
Yeah, absolutely. Real estate definitely set the tone and foundation and gave me that like true understanding of what business entail, how to calculate certain risks, the ups and the downs of it. And yeah, for sure.
now you mentioned you kind of hit um, almost all the categories like the new builds, you know, construction, all of that. Would you ever think about tapping into like creating an ebook to kind of share that knowledge with other people? Because I would love to be able to, click on something or have that resource to go to and refer to.
That's not something that I have thought about. And mainly because I don't really consider myself a guru. I mean, yes, I have done it and it have worked for, you know, my family and I, but I just feel like I'm still like on a much smaller scale. I don't know. I mean, I know that's the thing now. People do stuff, and all of a sudden they're experts, and they gonna drop that ebook or
Mm-mm.
that seminar or whatever. I don't know. Maybe that's like a lack of self confidence, some would say, but no. But you could call me.
I'm gonna go ahead and release the expert mindset of you because that's what I view you as an expert. I want to be able to have that resource because Ruby gonna be busy. I can't call Ruby every time.
Ruby is busy.
Yeah. So if I have access to an ebook just to refer to, I'm just dropping that gem because that's what came to mind. Because you tapped into different aspects of the business, and I would love to be able to have that resource and kind of pick Ruby's mind, something that's out there and I could refer to because Ruby do have a family. Ruby is married and Ruby is busy with her businesses. Okay. So we just gonna leave that gem right there. So I guess what advice do you have for the girlies? Like who would love to go down the real estate route of biz or have, the businesses that you have. What advice would you give a young you or a young me?
I would say figure out your why first. Figure out your why you getting into it, why you want to do it, what's the passion, and and everything else, build everything else surrounding that why. So if it's real estate that, you wanted to get into, why? You just want to be like a serial salesperson, like you good at sales, you want to, you good with the word of mouth and you have a platform and you feel like you can sell anybody anything, or is it you heard it was the thing to do to get a lot of money and you don't know anything about sales, or you're doing it like for me, like how it was for me, for your own investment purposes, and you want as to be as educated as possible because you plan on doing or indulging in real estate investing. So I would say start there because real estate, being a real estate agent is a full-time job. It's not, I mean, I guess somebody out there was able to master it as a side hustle, but I rarely seen that um work for a lot of people. It's a full-time job. You got to market yourself, you got to build your audience, you got to build that circle of influence, and in today's society, if they don't see you doing it on Instagram, you ain't doing it in real life. So I would say definitely start with, why am I doing this? What do I want to get out of it? How long I want to do it? Do I want to do this forever? And start there. But getting the license is the easy part. Getting people to believe in you, that's a whole another ball game.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for that. Can you share some challenges that you faced starting off your journey and some advice to overcome, or better yet, what would possibly be avoidable? Like, can you share anything,
The real estate, like my investments, or
or in general, like challenges or real estate, whatever you want to touch on? I guess some type of advice or something to avoid when going into that.
I wouldn't say, because I don't really believe you can avoid challenges. You can learn from other people, of course, but especially with the business, any kind of business or growth period, soon as you decide you want to take a next step into something new, there's going to be challenges. For me, I would say, um, And once again, it kind of go back into your why, because if you know like why you're doing it, you're able to calculate the risk that you're willing to take um, a lot more easier, I would say. But I would say definitely one of the challenges is to knowing when to exit.
Mm.
Knowing when to exit, timing is everything, especially in real estate investments. If you know if you get a piece of property and it's for you got to know if it's for long term, short term, because if it is like a flip, you can't hold on to it for that long. So you got to know, you got to have your team together before you even get the property, I would say. Have your team together. And that way, when you get to the closing table, you get started right away. So I would say master the art of timing, trying to time things, and calculating your risks. And that should for sure minimize the challenges. I don't believe in avoiding them. You're going to have them. That's
Yeah.
life, period. But yeah, I would say definitely that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you. And knowing when to exit, that kind of stood out to me. That was good. Knowing when to exit because
Yeah, because it's you want to, like, things go wrong,
hmm
but sometimes we try to hold on to things, like even like a property. Sometimes, like if you're doing a flip and it's taking longer than expected, maybe you held up by permits or something like that, you may have to re-strategize your exit strategy. And you can't feel like a failure just because you didn't make as much profit or things didn't go well. So you got to know how to get out, when to get out, because sometimes holding on to it can cause more damage.
we'll be dropping some gems.
So I would say for real estate investing, of course, there's different types. If you're buying and holding, then you know that you got to make sure the numbers is right. You got to make sure, you do your comparables when it comes to the rental market in that area and things like that. But, as far as a lot more people are more interested in the flipping part because everybody want fast money now.
Mhm.
So that's definitely a gem for that category for sure. Know when to exit, get your team together before you even start everything.
Thank you. So you're married. You're
Yeah.
a wife. Clocky. Now, how long have you been married?
Oh, we're going on 9 years.
Wow.
January will make us 9 years. These
Ooh.
make us 10 years together.
Okay.
And it's been one of my favorite journeys.
Look at that smile. Okay. So you said it's been your favorite journey. How has marriage been like for you? Like anything you want to share as far as I guess one important key element of being married.
Well, I would say, well, it's been my favorite journey. Let me answer the first question. It's been my favorite journey because it's revealed a lot about myself to me. So I was able to like get that true reflection of who Ruby is in the mirror. Even through, you know, even if it was something that he was at fault in, it still reveals things in you. And,
Wow.
so it's definitely growth, a growth experience. Um, that's why it's my favorite. And of course, he's, my favorite too. Um, and you said, what is a tip I will share about being married?
Yeah, for the single people that's considering marriage, I hope everyone is, but there's those that has that fear of, okay, marriage is ghetto. I don't want to experience that. What can you share? Like just drop a look, Jim.
I would say make sure you want to be married. like you as an individual. Marriage is an individual goal. I don't really think, and this is my opinion, so don't eat me up on this. I think that you should want to be married, and that desire to be married shouldn't be tied to a person.
Wow.
So I always wanted to be a wife since I could even remember. And, and marriage has always meant so much to me. So before me and my husband found each other, I knew I wanted to be married. So that's really where, that's really what motivates me, or where I get the strength, the courage, the patience, whatever you want to call it, to navigate through the challenges through my marriage
Okay.
and not give up, because you will have those days where you like, this is ghetto.
Yeah.
And it's most likely going to be tied to the person. The person is going to be doing some ghetto activities. So it can't just be all wrapped up in the person. I don't believe in, oh, I never wanted to get married until I met blah blah. Well, I'm not going to say that, because that person can, open your eyes to different things and stuff like that, but it still has to be a desire for yourself
Yeah.
more than it is you just wanting to be married to that person.
Yeah.
Because people change every day, B.
So you currently have three little ones and one on the way.
One on the way. I'm gonna be a mama
How do
soon.
you balance it all?
That's ghetto. Do not recommend. Do not recommend. 0 out of 10. But no, all jokes aside, I love my little babies. I love them so much. Like I said, for me, the center of everything is family. So, um, and I enjoy planning their future. I enjoy talking through things about, like, talking through things about the kids with my husband. That's where, we bond the most, of course, because they're so little. So they take up a lot of our mental capacity.
Yeah.
But I overdid myself though with the four. But I love it. I wouldn't trade motherhood for the world. Couldn't imagine life without them, and I couldn't ask for a better partner.
Yeah.
So to parent with.
That
Um,
balance.
yeah, we definitely balance each other out. For the most part, we're always on the same page when it comes to what we want to teach them, the foundation we want to lay, the lessons we want to, teach them, and things like that. And I think that's what's important. That's what's important. Yeah, they're definitely the center of my world.
And how are you getting physically and mentally prepared to be a mother of two kids under two while having to juggle the other two kids?
Okay, I'm taking
I
it.
made it sound so bad.
I'm taking it one day at a time.
That's all you can do.
I'm taking it one day at a time. I don't really think it's like any like preparation I can do.
Yeah.
I just gotta like take it one day at a time. When he get here, we gonna make it work. We gonna make it work. We gonna adjust. We gonna make room, and that's just it. That's just
Okay.
it.
That's all you can do. Pray about it, strategize, and keep it moving.
That's it. That is it, child. But yeah, I definitely enjoy it still though. That's it. Shop is closed though after this one. I know I said that before, but I'm really serious.
God is in control.
Uh-uh.
You
So
are not in control.
it's something that the doctors could do for both of us. Yeah,
So that's it.
that
No
is
before capping.
that's
That's
it.
it.
I can't take no more surprises. No, no, no.
Well, there's a journey and a story to be told, you know? So,
Yeah, no. I'm okay. I'll leave that up to you.
no. Shop is closed on this end, honey.
Shopping
It's
clothes.
not even a thought.
Like you said, God is in control, right?
Yeah, flipping it back. Well, Ruby, thank you for sharing. I guess I want to ask, what's next for Ruby? Is there any new adventures or anything you want to share with the people?
Um, what's next for Ruby? Preparing to be a mom of four for sure.
Mhm.
And I think that in this upcoming chapter in my life, it's going to be like trying to be about Ruby more. So I'm just going to try to really, of course, once, you know, baby number four get here and we get well acquainted and adjusted, I gotta get my groove back.
So,
Gotta get my groove back for the sake of the little ones and my husband. And yeah, and we have, I do want to also I don't want to neglect the fact that I have a 9 to 5 one time for the corporate baddies. I'm one as well. And yeah, so I'll be still growing in that department too, while, juggling the real estate investments or, real estate properties. I do have a assisted living facility that we're growing, and that's pretty much what I'm going to focus on. This next season, I don't plan on adding any more to my plate.
so I guess before we end, how is the assisted living facility going? Because man, Dak, especially having a 9 to 5, I guess let's kind of like the code that where, you could have many hats and also have keep your 9 to 5. So, but how is the assisted living? Like, are you like fully hands-on? Do you have, you're just like more on a management role where, you check in from time to time? How is that going?
Yes, I'm definitely more on the management supervision role. I'm not every day. I'm not there every day, but it definitely is going well. It's been a year since we've opened up, and I am proud to announce that, we've navigated through the challenges, and it's like with every business that has a life cycle, up and down type of cycle. And we finally hit that curve of where, we're seeing the fruits of the labor. And I'm
Ooh,
excited about that. But I've been lucky to, have a great staff currently to where I can just be on that management supervision role and things like that. So yeah, so it's definitely going well.
and that's the hard part, having reliable people that you can trust, having that team, building that team up front. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I could see that being one of the most many challenges of developing that. So that's good. That's good to hear.
Yeah, so I've been proud of that.
Yeah.
So yeah. So that's it. And definitely the 9 to 5 don't have to go in the garbage. Definitely it's just all about, you know, getting the right 9 to 5. Obviously, as you grow within whatever industry you're in, within your whatever company you're working for, you want to get to the level where you're not, being micromanaged. It's more of a get this done, this deadline type of thing, to where you can have the ability to be flexible and, spread your oats other places and plant some seeds other places and things like that. But I'm definitely for the corporate baddies.
I love it like that. Corporate baddies.
Yes.
Ooh, got to use that one. So,
Yeah.
Ruby, I appreciate you taking the time to share with us tonight. This
Oh,
was very inspiring. It is truly a blessing to be part of your world, and I thank God for you.
thank you. I thank
You're
God for
welcome.
you too.
Thank you. Now, so we're going to switch gears a little bit. So, I started something new where at the end of the show, I squeezed in some point of view questions just to give my guests thoughts on trendy topics and issues of today.
I
So,
gotta be politically correct.
huh?
I gotta be politically correct.
Girl, give it to them raw and real. You hear me? Okay.
I done got in trouble a few times.
Who cares? You share your thoughts. They take it or leave it. It don't matter. Keep it pushing. But this time I have four questions because last episode, I think I gave Diane two, so I was a little easy on her. So I got four questions for you, sis. You
Mm,
ready?
Go ahead.
So the first one I have is, does wearing a wedding ring matters
Absolutely.
and why?
That's a symbol of your marriage. So I feel like that's a representation. That's something you should be proud of to wear, and yeah, that's non-negotiable.
Okay, so if your husband leave the house with no wedding band on, it's a problem.
It's a problem. He know it.
And is it a problem with him if you leave the house without the wedding band?
No, because that ain't never happened before. Maybe I should test him out. But I don't know. I think if I made it a habit, he would probably definitely be like,
What is going on?
listen, I've never, I don't take this thing off or nothing, so it's never come up.
So, the people might get mad about this, and if you get mad, you one of the guilty ones. But do you feel like wedding bands pull, like the attention of unwanted guests?
What you mean?
Because I'm hearing that a lot. Like, for example, some of the girls, they love the married men because it's not, nothing attached or whatever.
The Jezebels. You see,
It attracts certain unwanted attention. So, do you feel like that's true, or it's not something that, okay,
I think that I don't think it's the wedding band alone. I think it's a combination of the wedding band and possibly the men.
okay,
I don't think a wedding band I don't think a wedding band alone causes,
that issue.
wanted. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay, moving right along. What are your thoughts on a big wedding? Like, does that even matter?
I don't think I love it. Let's start there. I love
Hmm.
it. If I didn't have a big wedding, if I don't know, it's just way too much. Like I don't know, I just could never justify it in my head, but if I could, I would.
Hmm.
Um, like if I could justify like spending $200,000 on one day, I would definitely do it. I mean, I love the aesthetics. I love everything that goes into putting it together.
Yeah.
So I do believe every woman deserves that moment, but we got to put a cap on the budget.
Hmm.
It's a lot. I
I
don't
guess to each its own.
I don't believe in prioritizing it. Let's just leave it there. I don't believe in prioritizing it.
Okay.
Yeah, but I love if you could do it and sleep well at night, go ahead. I love that for you.
Okay. So, do you think married couples should still go on dates? Is that important?
Of course. I thought you was gonna ask something else. Uh, I,
What you thought I was
I
gonna
thought you were gonna ask, do I think married couples should still hang out with single people?
Oh no, but we can touch on that. That's a
I want your POV on it then.
oh, we switching into um
Plot twist.
hang out with single people. Yeah, sure, why not? Because sometimes I feel like you can be an encouragement to them, give them some insight on what marriage looks like. Because sometimes they might be inspired and want to learn more, or you know, get some insight into your world. So yeah, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
All right, plot twist. Now back to you. What's your point of view?
No, I don't see nothing wrong with it either. I do think that single people shouldn't be your only circle of
Yeah,
influence.
yeah.
Um, more than single people, you do need to have some married friends for sure. But
Hmm.
yeah, I don't believe in, you know, dumping all your single home girlies because you married now. So,
Yeah, same here. So let's go back to the other question.
oh, what was the other question?
Do you
Oh,
think married couples
sure.
should go
Of
on dates?
course. Absolutely. Go on dates. Absolutely. And dates can be anything. It could be somewhere fancy or somewhere low key, like a picnic or something. Just spending that quality time, period. That's what's important. It don't have to be a $300 dinner, but just spending that quality time where it's just you and him. And yeah, for sure. Absolutely. 10 out of 10.
Okay. In the last question, so this gonna be something.
I was like,
Girl, you included that. I told you I had four questions. You had one. Okay, so the last one is just so this is something for the single ladies. Do you think they should give their all in a relationship with a guy, with one guy, or play it safe and go on multiple dates?
are we dating? Like we just dating? Like nobody ain't.
Not married. There's no conversation about marriage. It's just, they're getting to know each other and they're going on dates.
Yeah,
So should
date
I
them
just
all.
focus on that one guy?
No, unless he's showing you that he just focused on you. If you guys evolve into that, then
Hmm.
of course. But definitely if it's not that, then it ain't that, baby. Date them all and do it with class.
All right, there we have it. There we have it with Ruby Insight, y'all. And just note that this episode is called Navigating Through Life with Ruby. And we sure navigated through Ruby's life today. Thank you, Ruby.
Listen, before Kenny know. Let's just get me in trouble.
We're gonna get you in trouble too. But we are all in agreement that, if they're not courting you and the conversation is not, tying the knot, then absolutely
And
multiple
he needs
dates
to
it is.
make it clear.
Yeah.
We're not reading in between the lines.
Yeah, we ain't playing those games.
We're reading the lines. We're not reading in between the lines.
Yeah, you probably just a good time, and my husband is out there somewhere, so I need to date multiple
Yeah, for
people to figure it out. We're
for
not
sure.
wasting time this time.
And he will know that, and he would know that he have to be more consistent, persistent, and vocal about what he want if he wants you to himself.
Yeah, and some guys don't. They're not vocal on saying, "I want you to be exclusive with just me. It's just me and you. I don't want any other parties." Like I don't know if it's like that again because I'm at the game, but just kind of be honest and be like, I want it to be exclusive. Just it's just me and you. I don't need
Do
no.
you feel like your husband did that?
Yeah, there was a conversation about it. It
Okay,
was clear,
it was clear. Yeah,
and it was dating on a purpose,
yeah.
a mission. So
Same here. He know he had to make that clear because
yeah.
me, I was in my prime, honey.
So we're gonna end it at that, y'all. This was the conversation navigating life with Ruby. I enjoyed the conversation so much, sis. Thank you.
No problem. Until we meet again.
Until we meet again. Well, y'all, thank you so much for watching tonight's episode. I thank you for watching, and I guess see you guys next time. Bye.